Hi. In earlier videos, we have seen how to how to record a purchase request, and once purchase request get approved, it becomes a purchase order, and the purchase order has been emailed by the system to the vendor. So now the this is a purchase order for the chemicals, and we have issued a purchase order to Jindal Chemicals for some chemicals to be procured. So now those good in earlier videos we have also seen the goods have been received, and since this entity has activated the gate pass mechanism, it has issued a gate pass, and later on it we have made an entry to the store, receipt of materials to the store. Then now the goods are received in the store, so we should account vendor invoice in the AP module. So this is the AP home screen. So you can record a new AP invoice using the account new invoice option. You can search the existing invoice through this option. You can search by invoice number or by date or accounted by or accounted between. You can search the approval flow and as well as the existing AP invoices. And now we are using an option of account new invoice. You can account a vendor invoice under multiple routes, either against a purchase order or against a purchase agreement or against a material receipt. In this case, in this demo, in this video case, we are accounting a vendor invoice against a material receipt received in the store. Or it could be just directly you can account an invoice, or it could be just a simple accounting or invoice submit. What is this invoice submit is when your organization grows very big. Sometimes the invoices would be received by the multiple stakeholders. So if they receive the invoices in their mailbox, they will submit the invoice for to the accounts department for accounting using the self-service submit AP invoice. They will raise an invoice submit request. Since it is a self-service, it will go to their manager as a first step, and once the approval is completed, then it reaches the accounts department for accounting. So we are in this video, we are not using the self invoice submit option. We are using an material receipt. There is one material receipt. So you can see this is material receipt one received from Jindal Chemicals. So we already have the invoice before us. So we are entering the invoice number, invoice date. The date depends on the settings what you have done while installing the application. Have you opted as date, month, year format? You can choose month, date, year, or year, month, date, any other format, whatever you want. Select the accounting period. So number of taxes. So the vendor has charged a CGST and SGST on the invoice, and so I have selected number of purchase taxes as 2 because one is CGST, next is SGST. In case if there is no taxes, you will select 0. If there is only IGST or one tax or one GST or one VAT or any, if the number of purchase tax is only one, you will select 1. In the invoice what I have, there are two taxes which is charged by the vendor, which is CGST of 9% and SGST of 9%. The vendor, these taxes are in context of India, and there is a withholding tax applicable in India for this. It is we want to apply a 2% withholding tax. So I'm selecting withholding tax as 1. It could be 0 or it could be 1. It depends on how many vendor withholding taxes you want to apply. So I have selected purchase tax as 2, withholding tax as 1. The business unit where you want to account the invoice against which you want to tag this is BU Electronic City. So this question is specifically to India. Did vendor give an invoice with IRN? So this option doesn't appear for other entities. It's appear only for Indian entities. Bill to different, ship to different. Any header remarks? equals invoice. So once you click next, you are seeing so many tabs. The item details, this is the item details as per the PO. You can see we have first issued a PO and then the materials are received in the store. You can see what all the items that we have issued. These are the items at the time of issuing the PO. And from here, this is the material receipt data. So how how many units have been received while receiving the items, the store has entered their stock demographics like batch number, lot number, manufacturing date, expiry date, warranty, and any all the demographics, RFID number, any other ID number. And when material receipt has happened, system has automatically calculated differences with the purchase order. So there are no differences. The difference is zero. So that means the items have been received as per the purchase order issued. This is the screen where we account, and this is the audit log data. Next is the quality check. The store, once it has received these items in store, they made an quality check. So you can see the QC data. So they took a sample of 1 kg of these two items, of these activated carbon bleach and as well as soda. And they made a test, that is they are saying that it is 98% is concentrated, and it is done by Kiran, and it is looking good. So these are the attachments, what it is attached while receiving the material receipt. The MR, while entering the material receipt, they have attached the test report. I can download the test report. They have attached the invoice. Now there is new attachment tabs. While accounting the invoice, if I want to upload anything, I can upload. So I am again attaching the invoice. So all these that you attach here, it gets saved to the cloud. The bin data is the thing. If you activate the bin mechanism, so this entity activated the bin mechanism, so you can see where these items actually stored within the store, which bin, which level, which place, which rack, and all. So bin mechanism is an option. So all this data is pooled. This is not the data which I am entering now. So so the data now I'm just entering is the accounting screens. All this data is pooled from different sources, like from PO and as well as the material receipt. So now in this screen we are just doing the accounting. Where you want to account. So by default it has picked the default GL where this stock will go, and can see the items, quantity, everything is already pre-filled based on the material receipt data what it is entered. But we have selected the taxes as two. So the data what we actually enter in this screen is, all this data is pre-filled, but the data what we actually enter is, if you remember in the earlier screen we have selected purchase taxes 2 and withholding taxes as 1. So you should let system what is that purchase tax 1 and what is that purchase tax 2, and what is that withholding tax 1, so that the system will calculate. You just need to select only the what is that purchase tax. So the vendor has charged CGST of 9% and SGST of 9%. So I am telling that there are two GSTs, which is 9 and 9. So these are the purchase tax, and there is a withholding tax. So it is 194C of 2% is applicable withholding tax. So all these are configured while implementing an entity based on the country and domain which is operating. So all these taxes would be configured. So I just gave the system Actually, in this screen, we just entered only the purchase tax. What is the purchase tax and what is the withholding tax? So just click calculate. So the system has calculated now the taxes, purchase taxes. This is the base value. It has calculated this 9% on this 9% total value, and it has calculated the GST. It has calculated the purchase tax total value, local base value, and since you have entered withholding tax of 2%, it has withholded 2% on this. And finally, this is the net payable. So this is the net foreign payable, net local payable. This is an Indian entity and the document is also in INR. So the foreign value is also INR and the local value is also INR. So the amounts are same. Click on validate. It is just an it is not an error, it is just an alarm. What it is saying is, general in purchase screen you use P&L GLs, but you are using a balance sheet GL. Yeah, you can correct it or you can proceed anyway. This is fine because I'm accounting stock, so it would be in the balance sheet GL. So it is not an error, it's just an alert mechanism kind of. So just click it saved. The entry is saved with the document number of AP5. The attachments what I have attached now got saved to the cloud. On clicking OK, the screen got closed. You can retrieve those invoices like this. You can see the approval flow, and you can retrieve those invoice like this. This is the data what it is. This is the vendor. This is against accounted against the material receipt. This is the vendor code, vendor name, invoice date, and the BU, the business unit which is tagged for this is, and the items at the time of PO and what is received, and if there is any differences with the purchase order. Accounting screen. This is what we accounted. What is the base price, purchase taxes, what is the taxes which I have opted, and I can see the attachment. This is the all these attachments. This is the attachment which I have attached at the time of accounting the invoice. These are the attachments which I have attached while entering the material receipt, while issuing the purchase order. All these attachments are saved in the cloud. By clicking download, it gets saved to your system. Further details and quality check details, bin data. So this is how you enter and you retrieve. The moment you enter the invoice, it automatically get updated in the trial balance. So now we are pulling a trial balance. So fiscal year 2024-25 period 1. So these have been entered. The carbon bleach and as well as caustic soda it is entered. So you can see the data is loaded to the trial balance. It is all real time, everything get loaded. You can download the trial balance and you can see. So trial balance and all will make another video. So in this video we have shown how to account an invoice against a material receipt what it is received. So we just entered is there any purchase tax or is any withholding tax. We just give only the data, and the all the other data is automatically pulled out or popped up by the system. And we have seen in this video how to retrieve the accounted invoices. You can retrieve by invoice number or accounted by whom, accounted by Vikram, or accounted by between the dates. There is one invoice accounted by Vikram by date. You can retrieve these invoices. That's it for the video. Thank you.